Guys, we're here for the guns. All the questions about what they're going to try to do with the guns, boys. Let's go see what's going on. Oh, I'd shake her, but she's a bad one. But that's okay, boys. I don't mind. I put this on social media for everybody. Yeah. Well, I got Cape Breton Talk back. 8,500 people related to the island in the group. Yeah, no anonymous posts, no nothing like that. Oh. There you go, there. All right, look at this. Check out this turn on. Well, it's soon to be standing room only. Oh. Hi, bud. Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Good. Cape Breton Talk back, so
awesome.
I'm going to post the whole thing.
Yeah, buddy, for sure.
Yeah. Look at these gentlemen. Huh? All law-abiding citizens, huh?
That's right.
They all want to keep their guns?
Yeah.
Keep your rights.
We're keeping our guns and our rights.
Exactly right, bro. Exactly right, bro. Peeler and sticker, bud. Can you peel? Are they peeling sticks?
They're peeling sticks.
Put one on my shirt, boys.
Here.
I got a bad arm, so
Okay, no problem.
throw that right on my shirt there.
My mitts, I heard that abuse. Yeah, me too. Jesus.
Gonna be abused beating on politicians pretty soon. Huh?
Here, they take one. Yes, bud.
There we go.
There you go, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Okay, guys. Yeah. Check it out, guys. You don't think this is serious? It's 7 o'clock. Yeah, people are pretty serious. People are pretty serious. Oh.
Rally at the police headquarters today. It went very well, and just to give you an update on what we think the numbers were, we didn't take a very good count, but we did take a sampling size and an idea of who was there. We think we had around 250 people attend the event. A well-attended event like that does is it shows that we are very serious about this issue on the island. And like we said at the event, and everybody reiterated time and time again, they started here because they thought it would be easy, and we are showing them that it is not going to be easy. Because there are a lot of people here, I see a lot of new faces. I tried to shake hands with everybody at the event, but 250 people is a lot of people even for me. So I want to introduce everybody that we have up here. We have Devin Drover with the Canadian Taxpayers Federation.
I got you giving me one. I wouldn't mind one, yeah.
Is Devin's fault because he had emailed me and
Thank you.
asked me if we could have some events in Cape Breton. And then I messaged Jack, and then Jeff just snowballed everything. And basically, I'm just standing there as a result of these two guys. So So it's all come together very nicely. But Devin has been providing free legal advice on behalf of the Taxpayers Federation for Cape Breton firearms owners on this issue. Then we have, of course, Tracy Wilson. And Tracy has come here to get everybody real riled up. That's what we're out here today. And then we have Blaine Pockets. Alberta, and he's the Shadow Minister for Hunting, Fishing, and Conservation.
Yo! Welcome to the Cape!
He's got his dress camo on, so we know he's an NPO.
Welcome to the Cape, welcome to the Cape.
And then we have Carol Anstey. Carol Anstey is the MP for Long Range Mountains in Newfoundland. She is from a hunting firearms family, and of course I don't think you do hunt. I know you do. You fish. Angler. Wonderful. Carol has taken a very active role in this issue on our behalf by sponsoring the petition that I mentioned to you earlier when we were all gathering together. And that petition is at the back with Darlene. She's at the table. If you haven't signed it yet, please do. If you don't want to wait in line to sign the petition, or you don't want to write it down, you'd rather do it on your phone, we have QR codes around the room. You'll see them, you just scan them, along with information from the CCFR as well. Then we have Mike Kelly. That's it, just Mike Kelly. Needs no introduction, that's right. And then we have
Metro Rifle and Pistol.
Metro Rifle and Pistol Club, that's right. And then we have Jeff Neal with the Park
That man does more for sports on this island than anybody.
So
Right
I'm
on.
going to do my best to try and kind of air traffic control some of the questions, but what we're going to do first is we're going to have a brief remarks from anybody who wants to give them at this table. We're going to start with Devin, and we're going to move on to whoever would like to go next, and then after those brief remarks, we're going to field questions from the audience.
We'll be doing these videos in 10 minute spurts.
We have a microphone here, so if you do, after the remarks are over, I'm going to indicate that we're going to start questions now. People can move up to the microphone. I know you guys are going to be orderly and respectful with each other because you're Canadian firearms owners.
You got that right.
That's right. Do you know that when we left today, the rally, there was not a single stitch of garbage left behind.
Yo!
Broken, and that's because everybody in this room is a responsible firearms owner, and that's just the type of people we are. So I'm going to give this over to Devin before I talk too much. Sorry about that.
Small microphone, but it's loud. It's a good thing. Hi everyone. As Anna mentioned, my name is Devin Drober, and I'm the General Counsel and Atlantic Director with the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. For those who are not aware of what we do, we stand up against government waste and fight for lower taxes and more accountable government here in Canada. What I'm here with a message today is to help all of you understand your legal rights. The big government in Ottawa wants to make Cape Bretoners the guinea pig for this confiscation program. I'm here today to join you in saying, no, we will not let that happen. I'm here to provide legal advice, either here, ask me any questions you want, to make sure you're in full compliance with your rights while not having to give your guns to a big government in Ottawa. And lastly, if you are, if you don't get a chance to ask me a question today, you have a question afterwards, you have friends and family that have questions, we can email set up legal_team@taxpayer.com. Again, that's legal_team@taxpayer.com, and I can answer any questions there or the other lawyers I'm working with on this. So happy to be here, happy to take any questions.
Hi, I'm Tracy Wilson. I'm the Vice President of Public Relations for the Canadian Coalition for Firearm Rights, and I'm also a registered federal lobbyist. And I've been giving the Liberal government a really hard time for about 10 years straight. In fact, last week I gave Public Safety Minister Gary and Andy Sangari a really hard time because I released a leaked audio of him telling Canadians. Look, we can't be too hard on him because it must have been so refreshing for a Liberal to get to tell the truth about their gun policy. So I'm sure it was a big release for the minister.
Thank you.
In any event, I'm not letting up on him or any of the rest of them anytime soon. So I'm here from Ottawa. Excuse me, I've been battling this cold for 2 weeks straight now. But I'm here from Ottawa to tell you that I stand with you, the CCFR stands with you, and all of Canada stands with you.
Yay.
The good people of Cape Breton don't deserve to be the guinea pig for a corrupt Liberal government,
Sorry guys, my arm
a
is getting
corrupt
kind of
Liberal
tired.
MP, and his brother-in-law, your chief of police. God bless Cape Breton.
Look, late for the party over there.
So the member of Parliament in Pinoka did
the news is late for the party.
Minister for Hunting, Fishing and Conservation, and I just want to say how impressed I was today to see everybody from this community come together. Now, I've never been to Cape Breton before. I've been to Nova Scotia a few times. I've been to New Brunswick once. I've been to PEI once. I've been to Newfoundland. Carol's had me in Newfoundland like 4 or 5 times. And I gotta say, the spirit of the people I saw out there today was really impressive. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that came out and spent your afternoon out there. Because you're standing up not only for yourselves, but you're standing up for everybody in Canada. They expect that the folks here would roll over and be the first domino to fall.
Like
And
the
I saw everybody out there acting professionally. Yes, we are. We're professional people. We're professional firearms owners. That's what we are. We're the ones that know more about this than anybody else in Canada. We've all taken the test. We've all submitted ourselves to daily checks and vetting. We lock our firearms up. They're not out on the street like the Liberals want to say. So I'm here because, you know what? I grew up on a farm in central Alberta. I live just north of Red Deer. And since I was old enough to earn my daddy's respect and trust, I've had a firearm in my hand to look after vermin on the farm, and then eventually turned into me becoming a hunter. I was even a conservation officer, I was a warden in Jasper. I've had a firearm at my side my whole life, and I know I'm not the problem. And I know when I'm checking hunters out in the field that they're not the problem. And I know when I go talk to a rancher in my constituency, that rancher is not the problem. And when I go down to the range, I can see the professionalism of the sport shooters that are there, firing thousands, if not millions of rounds every year in this country without incident, completely safe. We are not the problem. And we are not going to be political stooges for a government that keeps beating us above the head every time they go down to Ottawa to score cheap political points, wasting our tax dollars that they could be spending on healthcare or infrastructure or anything that would be more useful than what they're doing right now. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for standing tall. Thank you for standing firm. Thank you for everybody that drove by and honked. I was impressed that everybody drove by and honking. I have a renewed sense of enthusiasm that we can defeat this program and eventually defeat this government so we can have Anna down in Ottawa. The newest colleagues I've had, I've been down there for a long time, folks. I've been in Ottawa for about 20 years. But to see the new crop of MPs come in under the Conservative banner, young, energetic, smart, intelligent, hard-working people, and this is one of them here, Carol Anstey. Please help welcome her here.
Well, thank you. It's truly an honor and a pleasure to be here. And if you get on the ferry and go over to Newfoundland and Labrador, you will land in my riding. It stretches from Port of Asa St. Anthony, for those of you who may or may not be familiar with the province over there. And so, as Anna mentioned, I come from a hunting family. My husband's family actually founded the Rod and Gun Association in the community that we live in. My husband was out hunting last night to get a moose with my son and his father. So this is a part of our heritage and a part of our culture, and I represent a riding that is very similar to this riding. And so today I felt like I was at home. I felt like I was amongst all the people that supported me and helped me to get elected.
No doubt.
We pushed
Anyway.
against a liberal stronghold that had
Can't
been
be
there
bothered
for
to be
many,
here
many
on time,
years.
like,
And
you know,
it's all people
on the
like
ground
you
news.
that cheered me on, stood behind me, and pushed me and encouraged me to keep going. So I'm here because I want you to know that the people in Newfoundland and Labrador also support you, and they're watching what happens, because there's a concern in lots of rural parts of the country that this is coming to their area next. And so we want you to know that we stand with you on this issue. It's super important also to rural Canada, where our voices have felt like they haven't been heard. So it's an honor and privilege to be here with you today, and thank you for standing up on this issue. It takes courage, and I was so encouraged as people went by, the honks, the support, and I know we're standing strong together. So thank you so much.
I don't have to introduce myself here, I don't think. Geez, I think I got everybody's gun course. I tell you what concerns me the most. They came here, the federal government thought they'd set up here, and they thought they would walk right through here. And I know why they did it. I know exactly why they did it. Not because the chief's brother-in-law was going to get an appointment somewhere and retire for a couple of years in some kind of cushy job. Even though that might have been on the table, I don't think that was it. I think it was the socioeconomic status. Ours is a little bit lower than the rest of the country, so they set up the Hunger Games. I've had people, and Tracy mentioned that the other day. Tracy thought of this as we were all sitting down and talking last night. So everybody who's come to me and said, well, what about if I get my name in, like should I put my name in now? Because if I get my name in, I'll get money, whereas other people won't get money. And that's absolutely not factual. But that's the way it was rolled out. So if you rush in to the police station and give them your name, and give them every gun that you have and every serial number, then they'll decide in a year's time, when all the money that's left over is divided up amongst the gun owners, how much money you get. And I can guarantee you that the money they have allotted for this is not going to pay for the administrative costs. They said, guaranteed that's not. They said when they rolled out, I remember the registry, when the registry was rolled out, what was the first cost on that? $1 billion.
Yeah.
That doubled in no time.
Yeah.
And how many lives did it save?
How many guns did it get them?
Nothing.
Nothing,
This gentleman
none.
right here was talking about border security last night, when we were all speaking about border security. And he said that, did you realize that if they took 750 million or whatever they allotted and bought scanners for the border crossings, that would stop the illegal guns. That would stifle organized crime. That would prevent all the sex-trafficked children that are going across the border. That would solve the vast majority of Canadian problems. And if we thought about that, sitting around a table wondering what we're going to do you think someone in Ottawa would have thought about that? It doesn't even make sense.
It's not their priority.
It's to disarm the populace. Yeah, I spoke long enough. Thank you very much.
Well, folks, first off, where it starts. Many of you guys know our organization from the community events that we hold. We hold the largest kids fishing derby over at Lace Bay. We hold one in the Waterford. Our organization was formed 97 years ago this year, back in 1928. The foundation that created this organization back then is hunters, trappers, anglers, and outdoor enthusiasts. We have conservationists, we have sport shooters, we have everybody. The backbone of our organization consists of passing down the culture that you learned from your grandfather, your father, and grandparents before that you pass down through the heritage and culture that you've learned. All safe practices. We want the next generation to be able to enjoy sport shooting. We want them to enjoy hunting, trapping, and whatnot. Every hunter, every trapper, every person that was at our rally today, and which are here today, want nothing more. We do our thing. If you disagree with it, you do your thing. And that is where we're at. I also want to chime in here and thank not only the Port Orient Wildlife volunteers from Metro, Rifle and Pistol Club, and Anna for reaching out, because one little small idea spearheaded like wildfire into contacting Tracy, contacting Blaine. Anna ended up having Carol come down. With all this, we built one hell of a team, and we showed the Cape Breton Regional Police today where we stand. We are peaceful, law-abiding gun owners that are not the issue. Get your mind on crime, not us.
Yeah! Get your mind on the crime, yes. Certainly, sir.
As many of you know, each and every one of your communities, respectively, from British Columbia to Newfoundland, we've seen drastic crime increases under the current government. And this catch and release aspect does not help us. We're the victims here on this note because we are being treated more like criminals than the actual criminals are.
Yeah.
On my final note, I want to thank everybody in attendance tonight and everybody from earlier today that showed their support, because this rally was to unite everyone that owns a firearm, not just one group or the other. It's to unite everybody for the common goal that we're finally taking a stand. And while the nation watched, everybody in Parliament thought that this was going to be an easy target. And by God, we stood strong, and we will continue to fight against this. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So,
Question time.
this afternoon, the whole purpose of this afternoon was to show the public and to dispel a lot of myths around the efficacy of this program. Tonight, what we want to do is we want to help you understand how this program impacts you. And that's what the Q&A is about. It's about coming up and asking your question. There are no stupid questions, because I guarantee that if you have it in your mind,
Okay, guys, I'm going to
person
pause
who
this,
receives down from
and
you has it
this
in
is
their
part
mind.
one.
Right?
And then
Take
I'll
that
be doing part
information you
two.
learned tonight,